Thanks for the intro, and if you think that our marketing department can pull that off again for me, you're nuts. Great job, Tom. Well, I'd like to convince you that after 40 years of experience in this business has given me an uncommon insight into the present state of the capital markets. I can't do it. I'm not sure anyone really can. The problems we now face in the industry and the macroeconomy are multifaceted and interdependent. There are no easy explanations except to say that this industry is cyclical and sometimes violently so. The values of our real estate investments are heavily dependent on the price and the availability of credit. We are all keenly aware of the issues in the credit markets. Risk premiums in the markets for commercial real estate debt and corporate debt have risen to unprecedented levels. This rise suggests that market participants view even the safest investments today as extremely risky. At the heart of the investor concern is one question: what is any asset worth today? Value, like beauty, is in the eyes of the beholder, and valuations in every asset class are entirely uncertain because the risk of potential losses down the road are largely unknown. Many of the mortgage losses and defaults to date have occurred in the residential markets, but witness the Hancock Tower, issues in the commercial real estate market will inevitably surface. As Sam Zell, who once was a speaker at this annual event, noted in an article, and I quote, "When an underwriter is processing a loan, he knows he will sell immediately. His care and concern is directly related to the length of time he owns the loan." His concern about securitizations were well-founded. Over $1 trillion worth of securitized loans done from 2005 and 2006 will mature between 2012 and 2016, and that's less than 40% of the commercial mortgages done in those years. Despite that uncertainty, local market fundamentals in Boston remain strong. Again, picking up on Tom's comment, our own Federal Reserve Bank here in District 1 believes that because of our underlying medical and educational base, our economy is in a better position to withstand the national conditions than the rest of the country. The road to recovery is an uncertain one. Recent conversations I've had suggest that a substantive stimulus package should make credit more available. This would not only help asset values, but would also have a great impact on our local markets in the form of infrastructure spending and the resulting job creation. Consumer confidence in the 70% of GDP, which is in fact consumer spending, will eventually return, but not until consumption and productivity come back in line. Americans have become addicted to cheap credit, and our national savings rate dwindled to a negative 3% over the last decade. That addiction must be broken if sustainable economic growth is to return. Local and national commercial banks will remain in business, but we do not yet know the form that government regulation will take. We only have to witness what's going on in Europe right now with the nationalization of the Irish and Scottish banks. Everyone has concerns about nationalization and its consequent impact. My partner, Dave Devajian, in a minute will talk about specific banks and their markets. But from my vantage point, the biggest issue is on the structural side and what it's going to take to foster a reliable and vibrant banking system in the United States. In terms of our core values at Meredith and Grew, this year will be no different than the last 137 years. We will bring integrity and honesty to our dealings and advise our clients about responding appropriately to constantly changing market realities. You'll now hear in what I judge to be an unvarnished look at the local capital investment and leasing markets from my partners, with Dave Devajian leading off on the state of the lending markets. Thank you.